Welcome back to When Vegeta Meets the Universe 6 Saiyan King on planet Sadala. This is part 6 and the final part in this short mini-series. I appreciate you guys for the love and support on it. Without further ado, let's get right back into the story. We left part 5 off with the planet Sadala King essentially tapping into a new transformation that would obviously be fan service, but still something unique to pay some respect to the Universe 6 Saiyans, and most importantly their Saiyan King, a transformation that would more than likely obviously incorporate some attributes of those Saiyans not having their tails for hundreds if not thousands of years in their Saiyan's evolution. So we witnessed that happen between the sparring session with Vegeta and the planet Sadala King. Now, obviously, this new transformation was temporary and did not put the King on a level to go toe-to-toe with Vegeta for a very long time. So in part 6, essentially, we would actually get the real showdown. That was just kind of a warm-up match because most importantly, I don't think the planet Sadala King is actually as strong as the actual fighters that are going to these bigger battles, which is Kabe, Caulifla, and Kale. I think they are obviously the strongest, legitimate strongest fighters of their entire planet until Dragon Ball and Toei or Toriyama says otherwise, and you know, whatnot. So I would believe that even with a Vegeta versus Planet Sadala King showdown, Universe 6 Saiyan King showdown, whatever, I still believe that Kabe and the others are going to be stronger than that King, despite that new transformation. So we have Vegeta and Kabe squaring off in another rematch, similar to the Universe 6 versus Universe 7 tournament. Only this time, Kabe has displayed an immense increase in power due to his own individual training and him being motivated to have this fight once again with his mentor, his master, that now Vegeta, I think, is finally warming up to the idea of being a mentor for Kabe. So Kabe has taken this time to really train, to really develop his strength, to really come up with a way to increase his power and to stop being so limited, because I think that's one problem with Kabe's character. I think he has a weird mix of like being confident at some times and then still feeling like he's kind of insignificant and feeling sorry for himself. He's kind of soft in that way. So I think during this training session away from Vegeta, he would finally try to figure out what would really motivate him and get dialed in. It would be quite a character change and shift for him, but I think it would be very nice, because I know it's one of the reasons a lot of people in the community don't take Kabe super seriously. He just kind of seems like a soft Saiyan that can only really snap if something absolutely egregious happens. You know, at least Goku can kind of turn on the switch and get into the zone if he knows he really needs to fight, even when he's messing around. Kabe kind of seems like the type where it really takes something big to get him motivated, and that shouldn't be the case as a Saiyan warrior. So I think this training would allow Kabe to dial into a much more serious side of himself. That way when him and Vegeta fight again in this final showdown, Vegeta takes Kabe more seriously, and he realizes, I don't know what training he's been doing, but I think Vegeta would be happy. You know, he would do that smirk of seeing, okay, finally the Saiyan is waking up and figuring out how to become a tougher fighter. And of course, Kabe would have taken all the things that Vegeta said into consideration, and this ultimately would have enabled him to increase his power to the point where at least he would be competitive but not be able to actually defeat Ultra Ego Vegeta. I don't think that would ever be good for the anime, to actually have Kabe or any of the other Saiyans defeating Vegeta in a way that wasn't Tournament of Power-esque. Like, if we just have Kabe and Vegeta fighting one-on-one, Vegeta should still win that fight no matter how much stronger Kabe's gotten, I think, right? And I like Kabe. You guys know that. I'm probably one of the few people that like him, but I still understand his character is just kind of like generic cliches, a little bit soft, and I would like him to be a little bit tougher when Dragon Ball Super comes back around. So Kabe taps into this new strength. I don't want to say he would also tap into a transformation to have two back-to-back. I don't know if that would be too much fan service or not, but then again, they did it in the Tournament of Power. They gave us Ultra Instinct, two versions of that, and they gave Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue Evolution. Goku also turned Kaioken up to the max, so we saw quite a bit happen. Berserker, Kale, so I'm not sure in the story in the anime if it would make sense to have two new transformations back to back. Maybe Kabe just develops a technique similar to Goku's Kaioken. He kind of develops his own technique and uses that with his Super Saiyan form, and that is what is able to amplify his power. And again, as a Universe 6 Saiyan, Kabe is able to close that gap a lot quicker. He doesn't need to be at Super Saiyan 3 or Super Saiyan 4, something like that, to be close to where Goku and Vegeta are. And I should say, when I say close, I mean in the ballpark, not like he's actually on their level, but to at least keep things competitive. So the final showdown again would happen. Kabe taps into a new technique, and I believe through their skirmish, obviously, Kabe gets a few moments of good hits, good combinations against Vegeta, but ultimately in the end, when all is said and done, Vegeta powers up, he uses Ultra Ego, he puts Kabe away, And despite the fact that I think he's talking a little bit down to Kabe, especially in Ultra Ego, I think he would eventually come back to normal Vegeta, understand who he's fighting with, and he would show Kabe obviously some respect and, you know, say continue to get stronger. You know, I think that would be a good way to kind of end that fight, end that arc. And there you go. Vegeta has, you know, achieved what he's needed to achieve on planet Sadala. He's gotten to fight alongside the Saiyans. He's got to help them out. He's got to spar with the King. He's got to spar with Kabe. And now he can head back to Universe 7 and planet Earth, now having experienced and answering whatever questions he had about Universe 6 Saiyan. So that is going to do it for the end of this story. You guys let me know your thoughts and what should we do next. I would like to do another story similar to this, and it didn't actually take as much time as I thought, especially since this is a topic that I really had a lot of interest in. So I would like to do something similar to this, so make sure you guys smash that like button and leave your comments, but most importantly the like button. That'll let me know for sure you guys like these type of series, and I'll continue to do more unique ones and kind of create my own scenarios with other characters. I don't know who to do next, but I would like to give it a shot. So I appreciate you guys for love and support. As always, if you haven't done so already though, make sure you do subscribe. That does help for weekly Dragon Ball Super discussion content, topics, and all that good stuff. But unfortunately, that's all the time I have for you right now. I will see you all later. Goodbye.